Oh, yeah.
Satisfaction. Talking satisfaction, man. That was the #1 killing song. That was the Mugambo song. How low can you go? I mean, even old Dawn of the Dead was over there shaking what little bit of rhythm he had. That's Stones, man. It causes you to come to life. It's happy. Well, it sounds like it works. Let's check the tracks.
A little bluesy there.
One we're gonna say never made the radio.
Yeah. The last time. Last time, yeah.
This may be the last time.
Yeah.
All I can say is that's the last time I'm going to trust old Cue Ball Morton to pick out an 8-track tape to test out. Imagine it's Saturday night and you just got through cruising the gut for 2 hours. Just put your last $5 in the gas tank so you could go up there with mama and cruise around. Want to go up to Inspiration Point afterwards maybe. Do a little making out, you know, a little make session. That's what we used to call it. Mood set, park lamps are on, dash lights are on, you got the dimmer turned down, and you pop in Boz Scaggs. Well, we got it.
It's working.
We're good. Me,
like
Mick.
It. Keith Richards, yeah, Bill Wyman, Charlie
Chuck
Watts.
that just passed away.
God rest his soul.
Chuck. Originally, we were going to play this, which is an original 8-track tape that you got called The Sound of Stereo. And so when you bought one of these cars, one of these tapes would be in the glove box. I'm not sure if they just gave it to you or if you paid extra for it. They had all kinds of songs on it. We got some really nice B-roll of this thing before he destroyed it.
Well, what are you gonna do?
This is a new old stock. New old stock.
That's me after 3 minutes.
God, this thing's made it 90 years and you had it for 30 seconds and destroyed it?
I would like to point out that the tape broke in my hands just taking it out of the package. Remember when I said old plastic is brittle?
I'm pretty sure
got some stones out of it.
the Rolling Stones are much better than Boz Scaggs. Ain't nobody gonna be getting it on to that. You can't get it on, you know, to Boz Scaggs. So let's start by getting the dash in the car and then make your connections. I'll help you roll it up into place, and there's a few you'll have to make after that. Once you start making those, I'll walk away and you can come get me after you put fuel in the car and get it ready to run.
Sounds like a plan.
Brian ended up assembling pretty much all of the car except for a few things. Still had the dash and the steering column and the front end to put on, the grille and the header and all of that. And there's a reason behind why it got staggered like that. One is, when it comes down to the dash of the steering column, it's really a 2-guy job. So we're gonna set it down on our anchor points and then make a ton of connections. On mine?
Okay.
I thought it was on mine, I lied to you. No, I am on it now. I'm on it. No, I'm not on it.
I'm on mine.
There, I'm on mine now.
Okay.
Okay?
We are on.
Great.
Normally, there's just a few connections that need to be made when you set a dash into the car. However, when you have a factory air conditioning car like this one, there's a lot of extra connections and things that need to be routed into place, and it can be a little bit tedious.
Okay, everything is made now.
All the connections are here? Yeah.
Okay, so let me loosen up this side because I don't want it to pivot and walk up out of there.
Right.
But I do want to get some height on it.
I'll get some hands on it here.
Okay, I hold it. I want to raise that up a little bit. Okay, there we go.
That looks like it's laying down nice in the middle there.
Let me get this up here. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
Getting right close.
God, that's beauty.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
She's a car again, huh? So we've covered the dash installation on many of the Mopars, so we didn't really belabor that. Just a reminder that with a Mopar dash, like in this Charger, for example, the dash is pretty much completely built out. Instrumentation, radio, vents, everything is ready to go. You bring it into the car, there are 2 anchor bolts that you set in the side pillars. Set the dash down on it. Once it's in place and you can roll it down, then you go in and make all of your connections. So that's what Brian had to do, is make all the connections to the speedometer, the defroster, the heater, the radio, to the power, and all of those things. Once that's done, we can roll it up into place, put all of the dash screws across the front. I think there are 5 or 6. Put all of the attaching screws up high, tighten down the 2 anchor bolts, and now you have a dash assembly. And the next thing would be steering column.
You're gonna let me test drive this one on the way home, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see a Chevy boy drive a real car sometime. That'd be great.